Hey everyone, it's Drew Coolman. So, yeah, this is a different type video. How a car wreck is going to start looking like the real estate market. So, the reason I chose that title is quite simply I have been in a car wreck recently. It was not fun. It is not fun. It's causing all kinds of problems. But what it has done is it kind of recentered me as far as remembering, okay, what steps do I always teach in real estate that I need to apply to my car buying? And what did I see the last time we were in a market like this? If you know me, I like having my cars a long time. And thankfully, I still have a vehicle I can use. It's a 2004, has over 300,000 miles. I've taken good care of it, and it has taken good care of me. I don't want to use it as my daily driver. And right now, using it to kind of patch my life. So I got to figure out different choices on how to improve my life going forward. So, how does this reflect the real estate market? Well, it's going to be very similar in actually a lot of ways. Okay. First off, I got to say, what do I really need and what do I really want for both now and the next 3 to 4 years? I mean, I got to figure out, am I getting a truck? Because I want to get a boat because my boy loves being on Lake Murray. And you know what? The thought of me and him having more time together fishing, I like that. So a truck would open up avenues as far as being able to tow a boat. So that probably is a requirement. Now, is it over the budget I want to spend? It is. So again, I got to figure out, what do I want? What do I need? And how will it affect me in the long term? What's another thing? What is the budget that gives me options both now and the future? And again, while I don't like the budget that I'm going to probably be at, it makes the most sense because you don't get time back. Money can be made, time. In theory, it can be made if you hire people and you buy tools that save you time. But the reality is the quality time with a child is tough to regain. It's tough to outsource to get enough of that. So if there's something I know that I think will improve the quality of our time together, that should probably take a priority. Does it make sense for me to wait or act? That is where I get stuck sometimes. I am a data processor, right? I love making the right decision. And I'll drive others sometimes crazy for always wanting a little bit more of an advantage, a little bit more information. That's why my clients tend to love me, but some of the people in my life will just get it already, So that's the question now, where I'm using this car analogy a lot is I'm seeing in the car market, the prices are now finally coming down, right? So every week, the vehicle that I was looking at may be a little bit less. It may not be the exact same vehicle, but very similar. Now we know prices went way up, interest rates went way up. So the affordability is very tough to afford these vehicles now. So of course demand comes down. So then it comes to this balance of, if I wait, I may get a better deal. But what happens if I wait and my car breaks down? Is that a better deal if I end up saving $100 but have no vehicle and have no negotiating room because I have to buy? Things like that come into play. Okay. Um, so, anyways, I got to figure out what is valid for the waiting portion versus the overall deal. How much the time I put into searching for these cars and researching them and thinking about them, would it be better just to have my vehicle and be putting that into finding a couple more clients and helping them with their real estate needs and making more than the money I'm trying to save? It's all a balancing act, guys. That's why this car purchase and real estate are so similar. Now, this is one that I'm finding interesting. What new pitfalls do I need to avoid now and in the future? Now, we don't always know what the future pitfalls are, but like for me right now, I'm realizing this hurricane affected a lot of cars in Florida, possibly South Carolina. And again, I'm trying to dig into the right tools, the right information, and pretty soon they're going to start going through the auction blocks. They're going to start being fixed up, put back on the market. Some of the people may not be as honest. So how do I make a purchase without buying something that's going to crush me in 6 months? Does that add concern to me if I could spend $35,000 and get a lemon? It does. I gotta research a few more avenues, and there's actually going to be some of my real estate strategies as far as the due diligence that I'm going to apply to the car market. I know they're very different markets, but it's always a few tricks of the trade. And then, of course, the last one is, do I have the right people, the right tools in place to help me? And, right now, thankfully, after doing a lot of research, I have my list of resources to go to figure out how to negotiate, how to research the car. I'm not as protected as I'd like to be. I'd love to hire a realtor for my car purchase and let them just go to all the lots and figure out what the best deal is and present it to me. And that would be wonderful, but that's not an option. Oh, and be paid by the car dealerships, but really have my best interest. Yeah, that would be great, but I'm not going to see that. That's something I have to do for myself. But anyways, those are some of the parallels. The real estate market, I do think that we're going to see what's happening to the car market. All of a sudden, the car market is changing. We're not selling it on the lots as much as like the wholesale auctions, but as the car prices come down fast, it's going to be in the news. And then when the real estate market comes down, it's going to be the same thing. And then there's going to be the comparison. Well, houses come down like the used car market has. But the bigger thing is the people who are on the fence now, as far as, let's say you're going to sell your house, but like you're afraid to put it on the market now because it's not the summer and you want to wait till springtime. Well, will the prices be lower in the spring? Or does market sentiment change? Or does the next batch of interest rate rises change that affordability enough where all of a sudden the market starts shifting quick, where all of a sudden people are hearing, okay, home prices went down by 1% this month, and all of a sudden buyers are like, well, no one's buying, so even though this meets my needs and it's in my budget, I'm going to wait. Kind of like I'm doing in this car market, right? Well, yeah, that would work, but I'm going to wait. Okay, that would work, but I'm going to wait. Well, if I wait and I save another $1,000, I think I'll just wait, So that's something to pay attention to. I am going to be providing some incentives for home sellers to try to get them from not wanting to just wait, get it on the market, get the right deal done, and go ahead and move forward with your life if that's the right choice. And we have to discuss all these pros, con strategies. But anyways, this is kind of my Drew brainstorming on what I'm looking at as far as how I'm viewing what I need to do to buy a car, and how hopefully you can apply it when you're ready to buy a home. Have a good day. Bye-bye.